Welcome to live coverage of Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports. It's Republic and Carthage, one of the biggest games anywhere in Missouri tonight, and it's going to be a fun one. David Brazil with Rich Miles and the rest of the crew, and we'll bring it to you live from Carthage. But first, we're going to set the scene on the Hines Street Pharmacy Retmo Football pregame show after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Looking for your next ride? Come see us at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. Not only do we have a great selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, ready to drive home today. Need to sell or trade? We're buying cars, trucks, and SUVs, and we'll give you top dollar, no strings attached. Fair deals with local people you can trust. Let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
Kirk's Collision Center in Republic has been helping neighbors get back on the road with more than 20 years of experience behind the work. They're OEM certified, so repairs meet factory standards. And their team handles everything from collision and glass work to paintless dent repair. Even if your insurance company suggests another shop, you can always choose Kirk's, and every repair comes with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at kirkscollisioncenter.com.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
I'm Robin McKee with your locally owned UPS store. We've raised our family in Republic, and we're here to help local businesses thrive with printing, shipping, and more. Visit us in the shopping center behind Commerce Bank, and let's succeed together at the UPS store.
Since 2014, Republic Animal Hospital has been caring for pets with the personal touch you'd expect from a hometown clinic.
You know people are friendly here. I think there's still those small town values here, and I like being part of the community.
From dogs and cats to pocket pets, Dr. Ferguson and her team provide compassionate care in a comfortable, expanded facility designed for both pets and their people. Republic Animal Hospital, caring for your pets because they're family. Welcome back, Tigers and Carthage. Just about ready to go at it here, and it's going to be a fun night. Rich Miles, this is a couple of state-ranked teams, and it's the second week in a row that the Tigers have faced an opponent that's higher than them in the state rankings with a chance to move up again.
Yeah, we talked about this at the very beginning of the season, that we knew that once we got here in the week 5, week 6, week 7, that it was going to be a battle. It's going to be a tough one. And what's crazy is these teams are also in the district, so you have the chance of knowing full well that we're going to have to play possibly, one of these teams again later on in the season, whether it's the semifinals or the finals in the district. So very tough. Republic Tigers obviously up to it. Many times they've gone up against state ranked, as you said. It goes, back to week 1 versus Nixa, and this Republic team just seems to, show up and do the, what they've been coached to do all week, and expect another great game just like it was last week. I expect a close, great battle.
You mentioned the district, Republic in first place, Carthage second, Neosho third, and Webb City fourth. And really those four, is a good chance that everybody but the 1 seed is going to have to play more than one of those top 3. So it just kind of depends on how everything shakes out as far as who beats whom lower in the standings. But district has been in flux, although the Tigers have been on top in the district standings for the last couple of weeks. And that Fast Fact brought to you by Rapid Ship Republic. When Republic champs want to ship it fast, they ship it fast with Rapid Ship. Rich, I'm going to let you go first as we talk keys to the game. Brought to you by Tricia Phelps' team and eXp Real Estate. And a lot of keys to this game. A lot of things are going to make a difference, but I know you've got one in mind.
Turnovers. Last week, that kind of put the team in the first half in a bad situation. It led to Republic going down 14-0 in the second half. There was 3 turnovers. You had 2 fumbles and an interception, and it was Republic was obviously able to dig their way out of that, but it put us in a difficult spot. So Carthage, again, another great team like Webb City. You can't have 3 turnovers in the first half and expect it to be smooth sailing.
And Tim, your key to the game?
Eliminate or at least limit penalties. Last week, 75 yards in penalties, at least 1 extended Webb City drive. Can't really do that against Carthage.
And my key is that the Tigers just have to play fast and downhill, and that's not always easy against a team like Carthage that has so many different options. But the Tigers have got to attack, and they've got to play fast from the snap, and they've got to get it in the backfield. Part of that is to put pressure on the quarterback, and they can't let him pick the defense apart. The way the Tigers play defense, they kind of leave those defensive backs out on an island sometimes playing man-to-man, and a key to making that work is you got to get in the backfield and get to the quarterback, and that's going to be something to keep an eye on. So that's the keys to the game presented by the Tricia Phelps team at eXp Real Estate. Thanks to Tricia and her team, and they can get you the keys to your new home as we had the keys to the game. We're going to have one more timeout and be back with more on the Heinz Street Pharmacy Retmo pregame show on Republic Tiger Sports. Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
Heinz Street Pharmacy, this is Kim. May I help you?
Feeling rough, we've got the stuff. Heinz Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, prices neat. Feel better right down Heinz Street.
It can happen at any time. Fire damage, water damage, smoke damage, and can make your home unlivable. PuroClean will bring your home back to life. Our state-of-the-art drying equipment gets your life back to normal, and we work with all insurance companies. Tear it out, dry it up, rebuild it. PuroClean gets your home or business looking like it did before. Day or night, our specialists are ready to respond. The paramedics of property damage. PuroClean.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Rapid Ship Republic, building relationships one package at a time.
Fast, friendly, local. Skip the lines and ship local. Rapid Ship Republic is fast, friendly, and just around the corner. We stand with the Republic Tigers. Good luck this season.
Raising financially confident kids starts with Telcom Credit Union. For our youngest members, the Kirby Kangaroo Club makes saving fun with rewards and surprises. When kids are ready to earn, Greenlight links chore payments and financial goals directly to their own app and debit card, teaching the value of money. And for teens earning a paycheck, our Team Checking provides direct deposit, debit card access, and guardrails to prepare for adulthood. Through every milestone, Telcom helps kids and teens build lifelong money skills.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about the sign of the yard, it's about decisions, big ones. That's why the Tricia Phelps team approaches real estate like advisors, not salespeople. From fast-track financing to investment strategy, Tricia helps you make the right move with confidence, because longevity in this business is no accident. Call Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty to learn more. Republic is more than a market, it's home. And for 20 years, Tricia Phelps has built her career helping neighbors find theirs. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Tricia brings the experience of a builder, the insight of an investor, and the heart of a community member. Everyone deserves a dream home. Let the Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty help you find yours. Welcome back. Live coverage of Tiger football on Republic Tiger Sports. It's Carthage and Republic, and boy, I am excited about this one. And it's so fun to be in these environments on Friday nights. And Coach Ryan Cornelson has told his kids, and he talks about it all the time. He says, I tell them they're blessed to be able to play in these kinds of environments, because a lot of kids go through high school and don't get even one of these. And Republic has earned the position to be able to be in this kind of environment on multiple occasions in a season, and this is one of the biggest.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about facilities. The facilities throughout the COC are improving with all the schools. It's such a great environment, and as you're talking about too, this has so much implications in the district standings. So this really helps. If Republic wins tonight, that really solidifies their position of holding on to that number one position in districts and having that home field advantage and possibly getting a bye in that week 10. So it's always great when you're deep in the season and you know that you're trying to play for that number one spot. And as we've talked about, and a lot of people in the community talked about, it's just great, tuning in on a Friday night and Republic being so competitive. No matter who's out there, it doesn't make any difference who their opponent is. We know that the coaching staff has done a great job throughout the week to put this football team in a great position to get a win.
And you never know who it's going to be. Ryan Cornelson talks about that also. Owen Clare, Preston McCracken, Isaiah Hall have all had big nights. And that's just on the offensive side of the ball. And it could be somebody entirely different tonight. Matthew Pelfrey certainly gets his touchdowns. He hasn't run for the number of yards, but he has been big down in the red zone. And so the Tigers take that first possession. They kind of feel out the defense, see what they're facing, and then they adjust from there. And I think that is what this Republic coaching staff does better than anybody in the state of Missouri, frankly, is adjusting and making sure that the personnel is a fit than for what, that the personnel fits the scheme that they're trying to run.
And what's great, too, is you really notice it when you interview players, whether it's your Thursday show or your interviews after the game, is the fact that the players understand what's going out there, too. They are so situational, savvy. They understand what's going on, where they need to be, and we at the Webb City game last week, there was a couple times where the defense knew almost exactly where the Webb City ball was going to go before the snap. So that tells you right there that the kids have just bought in, and they're watching film, and they're concentrating and putting the game, as the number one priority for them.
If you're not watching the Repmo Football Show on Thursday nights, it's live on our Facebook page and also on YouTube. And we bring in a couple of players, talk to them, talk to Ryan Cornelson about the previous week's game, and look ahead. And it's worth going back to the YouTube channel. And by the way, if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel but you're watching, please do that. That helps us, and it helps YouTube to give them notice that, hey, people want to watch this channel, and it gives them the clue to spread the videos that we post through the ever-present algorithm. Just about ready for the coin flip. It's Caleb Norman, Preston McCracken, Braxton Lundberg, and Avian Ferguson out there for the coin flip for the Tigers. Caden Sumter down there on field level for us tonight, so we'll have some field level shots. Jenny Rackley on the camera up here. Steve Rackley will have photos. As always, we've got a full crew and ready to go. And Tim Barnes over there on stats. While they finish up the coin flip, we're going to take another quick timeout. And we'll be back with the opening kickoff after this on the Retmo Football Pregame Show on Republic Tiger Sports.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
My friend Lori Castagran sets the scene with style buyers can't resist.
And my friend Elizabeth Gold sets the price and protects your profit.
They fall in love.
You cash the check.
Curb appeal. Close the deal.
Vision Health Eye Center in Republic provides clear vision for the big moments. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com to book your comprehensive eye exam with Dr. Hart, Dr. Holmes, or Dr. Wilcox. Vision Health Eye Center. Clear vision for the big moments. Welcome back. Just about ready for the opening kickoff. Carthage won the coin toss, and they deferred. So the Tigers have Jackson Taylor, number 23, back deep. Trenton Coleman, number 6, and Nolan Lashley, number 19, are a little bit further up, standing on around the 12-yard line. And we're getting close to kicking this one off. Beautiful night. It cooled off today, and it is definitely fall football weather here in Carthage.
The Carthage kicker has the football laying flat on the tee. I don't know if I've seen that before.
That is interesting.
Oh. Okay.
And that Carthage kicker is Malachi Douglas, number 26. And they kick it deep, and it is caught by Jackson Taylor. He goes back into the end zone, but brings it out, gets away from one man, has it out to the 15, the 20, and then forced out of bounds at about the 25. That's a good return by Jackson Taylor.
Great return. He saw a couple blocks to his right, and Carthage kickoff team just kind of broke down. You always tell your kickoff team to stay in your lanes. That means don't converge down in the middle and allow there to be openings outside the hash marks. And Carthage allowed a big, giant gap there. And Jackson did a great job of seeing that and got the ball all the way out to the 25-yard line.
Preston McCracken up under center. Hands it to Hull, who runs forward quickly and picks up about 5 on first down. Good run off the left side of the line. Kraken was kind of slapping his wrist, looking over at the sideline before that play started. And I think he forgot his wristband that has the plays on it. So he had the first play down or called something, and now he's got that wristband on there. So he didn't even have it on his left wrist there on the first play. They hand it off to Claire this time, and he is hit at the line of scrimmage, leans forward, gains about 1.
Get on your feet, Tiger fans. It's third.
So big third down here, 3rd and 4. And the Tigers depend on moving the chains on this first drive to get a better feel for what the other defense is doing. They need to pick this up. McCracken's going to keep it. He's got a couple of blockers in front of him. Easy first down. He breaks through the line, and he may go all the way. The 20, the 10, and that's the second week in a row that Preston McCracken has put up a big, long touchdown run And with 10:36 left to go in the first quarter, Republic breaks on top 6-0. What a run.
Outstanding run. If you go back and watch that, there was a huge running lane that the right side of the O-line provided for them. Carthage had creeped up their linebackers, so once he got past that initial line of scrimmage, there wasn't any linebackers there to tackle him.
Yeah, once he got to about the 40, you could tell he was going to be gone. And he goes all the way in, and now Elijah Peary is out there. And his kick is straight through, and it's 7-0. And boy, it couldn't start much better than that. After they stopped him on the first two, McCracken kept it and scampered all the way to the end zone for a touchdown, and the Tigers lead it 7-0. We'll take a break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Buying or selling? Javier Romero at Murdy Associates brings a builder's eye to every deal. He'll crawl under the house, climb the attic, help you fix what's needed, and guard your bottom line. Relax. He handles the details. You get the keys. Find him online at javierromero.murney.com or call 417-351-1807. Welcome back. Tigers scored quickly, and they lead it 7-0, and now it's time to see what the defense can do. Elijah Peary's going to tee it up on the 40-yard line. A couple of men back on about the 5-yard line for Carthage. I'll tell you who they are if I can get my binoculars to focus. Landon West, number 2, and Tate Nichols, number 8. A couple of juniors back deep, and that one is over their heads into the end zone. They were hoping to get a lot of run-back opportunities. Probably not going to happen tonight unless Republic decides to give it to them. Well, that was a good start, Rich.
Yeah, great start. That definitely sets the tone. You run less than 5 plays and you score a touchdown right off the bat. That really sets the emotions here early. And offense, what a great way to start there by the O-line. There was a giant running lane there. Yeah. To the right side, McCracken saw it, took it, and then once he got past 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, he was off to the races.
69-yard touchdown run for Preston McCracken. The Tigers with 75 yards of offense already, and the pocket collapses. The defense came in and took care of that. Grayson Hart's on the bottom of that pile to get up, so he may have been the first one there. Ekene Chukwu in the vicinity as well.
Now the defensive line is now setting the tone. That was a great job. That was Carthage just faking the jet sweep. No one bit on the guy going in motion and the jet motion, and the D-line did a great job just clogging the hole.
And this is the most disciplined defense I have ever seen Republic have. This is a bunch of smart kids who know what they're doing and are almost always in the right place. They've missed tackles. They failed to execute, but they're almost always in the right place. And they didn't take the pitch, and now they're in trouble. Govan giving chase, and so is Alex Johnson. And Johnson pushes West out of bounds. So I said that, and then they didn't cover the pitch.
Yeah, great job, though, by Alex. He didn't give up. He could have just allowed him to just run all the way in, and great pursuit angle by Alex, and showed his speed there and was able to save a touchdown.
So the ball on the 26-yard line now. Big gain by Carthage as they try to answer the touchdown by Republic earlier. Browning out of the shotgun. And he goes through the middle, and he is hit as he came through right around the line of scrimmage. And that was Caleb Norman who came up and got him. Big stick by Caleb Norman.
I don't think they'll be doing that too many more times there. Making your QB draw, just keeping the ball. Assume that if Caleb Norman does that a few more times on the QB, he's going to not want his number called anymore.
One man split out wide on each side. Out of the shotgun, Browning hands it off through the middle. Nowhere to go. Cooper White, number 55, is there. Ekene Chukwu, number 69. Montiel was in the vicinity, so was Trenton Coleman, and it's 3rd down and 8. So the defense recovers after the big play, and they are close to shutting down this drive. Halfway there anyway, if it's 4-down territory. But if it's, I don't know about the kicker. I don't know if Carthage would try to kick anything from here. It probably is 4-down territory, but at least it's 3rd and long at this point. They're going to throw for the first time, and it is short and bounced. Oh, they said he caught it. I thought it bounced. It's complete, but not for a first down.
It's interesting that they would call a pass play where the route doesn't go beyond the first down marker. I think you would have your receivers at least have their route where it ends at the first down marker instead of catching it short.
And they're well short. It's about 4th down and 3. So this is a big play for the Republic defense. 3 wide receivers split out wide to the right. Browning is going to roll to the right, and he tosses it and stopped as the defense was there to make the hit. Great coverage by number 24, Alex Johnson, who came in and made the tackle. Man, he was right on him. Great play by Johnson, and the Tigers take over on downs.
Yeah, he did a great job staying with the receiver, and he was so close in the hip pocket. I thought he was going to pick it off and take it the other direction. That's how close it was.
So with 8:11 left, the Tigers take over from Carthage and a chance to build on their lead. Let's see what they do here. Hand off to Hull, who spins off a tackler and pushes his way forward. Gained about 5 or maybe even 6 on first down, and that's more like what the Tigers need on first down. They didn't get that kind of production on first down last week.
Going back to that defensive stand there, that was great response to that long run that Carthage had.
Yeah.
You had an option play that breaks for huge yardage, and the defense does the bend but don't break.
Over street wide to the left, somebody jumped, and there's a flag. I think it was Landon Harper who got a little antsy there and jumped, so that'll set the Tigers back 5. So that big gain on first down is negated and pushes them back. It'll be 2nd down and 9 instead of 2nd and 4.
To remind everybody who's listening, we're at Carthage Stadium where we're enclosed, so
yeah,
the sound is slightly different from other places.
Yeah, we've got a speaker in here that funnels in the sound from outside. And McCracken keeps it, cut it back, and ended up picking up about the yards they lost. That'll be 3rd down and 4 instead of 2nd and 4 as it was.
He does such a great job running. He understands. Obviously, he knows where everybody's going on the play. And he's also patient. He allows the blocks to form in front of him before he takes off.
3rd and 4. And I think we're going to get a timeout. Yep. So the Tigers call timeout with 6:56 left to go in the first quarter, leading 7-0. 3rd and 4 when we come back after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Huey Magoo's is almost open in Republic, just over a mile from the stadium. The filet mignon of chicken is coming soon, and with it, Republic Tiger Sports post-game parties after home football games this season. Huey Magoo's opening soon. Andy Day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com. All right, 3rd down and 4 coming up. Tigers back on the field. Well, they are in tight, but they do have Govan split out wide to the left. Everybody else is really packed in there. Villasica over here in the slot on the near side. Claire over on the far side. Ball in there at fullback. And a keeper. After the fake, he stiff arms a man, gets to the corner, and there he goes again into Carthage territory. They're going to usher him out of bounds or force him out of bounds at about the Carthage 40. But McCracken just put the arm out and said, not so fast.
You would think opposing teams would understand that you cannot tackle him by just diving at his feet. He's just going to stiff arm you down to the ground and keep going.
Absolutely. Great run by McCracken. Second long run for him already. McCracken's already up to 109 yards rushing. And off the hole, big hole, and he spins forward for a gain of about 7. And the Tigers are really moving the ball on Carthage here early.
You can kind of tell that Carthage just hasn't gone against a running game like this so far. I mean, they've played some good teams, but
who has?
But going up against a dominant rushing team like Republic, so difficult.
109 rushing yards already with 6 minutes left to go in the first quarter for Preston McCracken on 3 carries. He faked, and he kept it, and there he goes, and that's going to be a touchdown. Oh, my goodness. We may be seeing something special here tonight from Preston McCracken. 6:01 left to go in the first quarter, halfway through the first quarter, and he scored a couple of touchdowns. And he's got to be getting near 150 yards already.
Yeah, outstanding run. Earlier, his touchdown earlier was the right side, this time left side. Great job sealing off the defensive end over there. He had a wide open running lane.
Up to 143 rushing yards for McCracken. Extra point is up and good, and boy, the Tigers are making a statement early. 14-0 midway through the first quarter. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Your offensive line protects the quarterback, and I protect you from confusing Medicare options. I'm Wade Hobbs with Hobbs Insurance Group. Open enrollment starts October 15th. Don't get sacked by the December 7th enrollment deadline. You can find me on Facebook or call 417-425-3937. Go Tigers.
Welcome back. Tigers leading at 14-0 with 6:01 left to go in the first quarter. 157 total yards for the Tigers and 63 for Webb City. 162 rushing yards. The penalty yardage didn't get calculated right. Took the 5 yards off of the total. But 162 rushing yards already for Republic. And Elijah Peary tees it up again. Kicks a line drive through the end zone. Thought it was funny when Elijah was on the Retmo football show earlier this season. He said, pretty much every time I said, do you ever try to kick it through the uprights? He said, well, or has it crossed your mind? He said, yeah, because every time I go out to kick it off, somebody says, kick it through the uprights this time. So they're aware of his leg strength, and this is a great start for Republic.
Yeah, great start. Put things in perspective. Carthage is only giving up the defense 19.5 points per game, and they've already given up 14 here in the first quarter.
Yeah, that's a good start. Now let's see if the defense can keep it going here. They fake the sweep. Quarterback keeps it. That's Browning. And he's got a gap, but he can't get away from Trenton Coleman, who brings him down from behind. But a good gain and a first down for Carthage out near midfield.
That's enough for another Carthage Tiger.
Great job by Trenton Coleman there, coming from behind there to make the tackle there. Guys never give up, even when there's a big play.
So 1st and 10 with 5.5 left of the first quarter. And they hand it off this time up the middle. Grayson Hart had him around the ankle. Kieran Govan brought him down up high. And a short gain. Well, ended up getting about 4 on first down. Second down and 6. Under 5 to go in the first quarter. Republic's defense has given up some yards, but has been good at not breaking. It's that bend but not break mentality. And goes in motion to the right, and they give it to him on the sweep. Runs into the pile, and here comes Norman as he was trying to get around the pile to hit him. That was Tate Nichols, number 8. So it's 3rd and 5. Big play here right around midfield for the defense.
Going back several years, Carthage used to be the team that would, when everybody was kind of mimicking the college, and they would pull up the big giant poster boards and they'd have different pictures. Yep. Carthage used to do that several years ago.
Guess that's not in vogue here anymore. 3 wide receivers over here on the left. Govan in coverage among others, and knocked down. Reaching in and knocking it away was number 24, Alex Johnson. Alex has had a good night defensively so far.
Yeah, that was kind of a deep slant route by the Carthage receiver. Kind of surprised the QB threw it because he literally had 3 Republic defenders just tracing his footsteps.
So now it's 4th and 5, and they look like they're going to go for it here. Republic's got a man back in case they kick it, but I still think they've seen on video that they will do that. They'll drop back with a quarterback, and Browning's going to kick it away. And take it on the run, and that's a good return. Out to the 50, to the 40, and up to the 30, the 20, and is Taylor going to go all the way? No, he's brought down at the 10 on a great return by Jackson Taylor. Took it at full speed and just sprinted through the coverage team, and this is just about a perfect start for Republic.
What set that up is just his aggressiveness. He didn't just sit and wait for it or do a fair catch. He knew exactly what he was doing before he even caught that ball. He caught that on the run and just didn't even stop his stride. And he had some great blocks downfield, too.
Yes.
So great job for the punt return team.
Tigers back in the red zone. And they are up to the line again. Blake Luna snaps it to McCracken, and he's finally driven out of bounds and then is shoved down about 5 yards out of bounds. No flag. McCracken got up and was looking for the flag, didn't see it. Got back to the line of scrimmage. No. Where'd he go? Yeah. Back around the line of scrimmage. That's where they're going to put it. 2nd down and goal. They've dropped the chains, so they put the ball on the 10-yard line and said they needed to get to the goal line. Govan is split out to the left. Villasica almost left early, and then he almost dropped it. Picked it up and maybe made a short gain out of it. 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and goal from the 9.
Just by the mannerisms of Carthage team, they're on the sideline, and some of the players out on the field, just their body language, you can tell that they are not used to this being in this situation this early.
They're shell-shocked.
Yeah, they're a little shocked.
This is a big play to me. I mean, 14, as we saw last week, is overcomable. But if the Tigers can put it in the end zone here, that's hard to overcome. McCracken just went right up the middle, and he spun and lunges, and he's down to about the 1. And I always like the Tigers' chances on 4th and goal from the 1. They might not get it, but I like their chances. That's great effort by Preston McCracken.
Oh, yeah, great chance, because if you just look at it, doesn't make any difference who gets the ball carrier. That instance there, it's McCracken. Whoever's getting the ball is literally trying to stretch to get that extra yardage. And I know you're going to get a great push by the O-line right here.
I think they're trying to draw them off. Yeah, they're going to call their 2nd time out with 2:14 left to go in the 1st quarter. Thought they might get an extra set of downs, and when they didn't, they decided to talk things over. Let's see what they call. I don't think you need anything tricky here. You just put it in the belly of Isaiah Hull, and if he's got an opening, you give it to him, and if not, Preston McCracken pulls it back out.
Oh, I agree with you that whoever gets it, you feel confident. As we've talked about so many times, Coach loves to spread the wealth to everybody. It's not one back that's getting it, the ball there. It wouldn't surprise me if McCracken himself keeps it, but no matter what, whoever gets the ball, we got to get a great push by this O-line up front.
Like I said, always like their chances in this situation. They are just so good in short yardage, but the defense is going to be pumped up here. Gimlin and Harper on the right. Ferguson and Verstrate on the left, and a timeout called by Republic. They called 2 in a row. So I don't know if he didn't like the way they lined up, thought they didn't line up the way they expected them to, or if the defense was posing something different. Tigers are certainly capable of a little trickery down here. We saw it on the 2-point conversion. And maybe if there's 11 guys in the box, maybe that's something that you do pull out. Lundberg, number 40, will be tight on the right side. Aiden Schaefer tight on the left.
Here we go.
And Trayton Gray, number 25, is checked in the slot over here on the near side. So he could get to the edge. McCracken pushes, dives, lunges. Is he in? And no, they say they stopped him. So McCracken didn't get in. And Carthage is still breathing. That was a big stop.
Was a big stop, but Carthage now has the ball on their own 1 foot line there.
Well, let's see what the defense does, but I wonder if they're going to come after him. They've been good when they've needed to stop a team in the backfield. A lot of times they've been able to do it. They haven't always gone after him. But in this situation, maybe they do. Out of the shotgun, Browning. Throw it over here and tipped away. Again, good coverage. Man, the secondary has been fantastic. It was Alex Johnson again who reached in there and knocked it away.
Yeah, Alex had the opportunity, if he would have maybe just turned around a half a second earlier, to be able to pick that ball off and take it to the house there. But great job. As you'd said, Coach does a lot of man coverage out there, and you put your cornerbacks out there on an island, and you just tell them, hey, wherever that receiver goes, you just follow him. You just stick to him like glue.
Everybody in close. They give it up the middle, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 as they gave it to Landon West. So he gets them a little bit of breathing room, but under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, it's still going to be 3rd and 5. And this is definitely not 4-down territory for Carthage. If Republic can get the stop here, they're going to force them to punt it away.
Oh, yeah. This is a big play more for Carthage than it is for Republic here. That knowing full well that if they don't get the first down here, that the decision is pretty much pre-made that they're going to have to punt.
Drop back to throw. It is caught and nothing doing. Govan is there to stop him a yard short. Again, the route was a little bit short of the first down marker. And Govan just wrapped him up and dropped him. Now, no way they go for it here, right?
I wouldn't go as far as say no way, but I would not advise that. That is, I mean, you don't get that first down. And
here they come.
There you go.
Of course, they just stopped them in this very same position. So maybe you take your chances. But, yeah, probably the fact that the defense was able to get a stop there on that last one. Might have emboldened them to kick it away. And a return by Taylor, and he's pulled out of bounds inside the Carthage 40-yard line at the 39. Good return by Jackson Taylor. 42 seconds left in the first quarter. The first quarter could not have gone much better. The only thing that would have been better would have been a touchdown after that long kick return. And maybe they'll be able to get it in here in the last 42 seconds, make it 21-0. I don't think Republic's left any doubt so far about who the better team has been. And they've got a little something to prove. I don't know that I would say they've got a chip on their shoulder, because this isn't a team necessarily that plays with a chip on its shoulder, but they certainly feel that they are deserving of any respect that comes their way. And Trayton Gray, oh, no, I thought Trayton Gray had it. He did such a good job of disguising it. And it was McCracken who kept it and came this way. I wonder why nobody was tackling Gray.
I think that time they'd seen that play a couple times already in work. I think you're getting to the point to where maybe they've got maybe a linebacker that's kind of spying Preston just to make sure that he didn't fake the handoff and keep it himself.
Overstreet number 8 and Villasica number 14 check in for Republic. And they may not snap this before the end of the first quarter. Nope, they're going to let time expire, and it was a great first quarter for Republic. They lead it 14-0 after one. We're going to take a break and be back with a second quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Your offensive line protects the quarterback, and I protect you from confusing Medicare options. I'm Wade Hobbs with Hobbs Insurance Group. Open enrollment starts October 15th. Don't get sacked by the December 7th enrollment deadline. You can find me on Facebook or call 417-425-3937. Go Tigers.
Are you in search of a fair, reliable plumber that you can count on 24/7? Call Far Better Plumbing. Local, transparent, and reliable. No hidden fees, billed hourly on site. Far Better Plumbing is your plumbing connection for all residential, commercial, and excavation work. Far Better wants to be your plumber for life. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com. All right, welcome back. Second down and 10 for Republic. And they'll come back. I thought they were about to go up to the line, but now they've pulled back, and they're going to
have to hurry. The play clock is down to 8.
Yeah, well, they hustle up to the line, but they know they got to hurry. Down to 4, 3. They are going to get it off. And they gave it to Hall, and he's got a big hole, and he's wrapped around the ankles. He almost broke that one. Good tackle made by Noah Norbury, number 1 for Carthage. But Hall with a good gain on first down, or on second down, rather. Third down and 3.
Get on your feet, Tiger fans, because it's third.
Great run there, as you'd said. Part of that is Hull's just so difficult to take down, and he just kind of runs over guys. He doesn't absorb the hit. He's the one that's giving the hits to the defender.
Overstreet wide over here on the near side. Villasica went in motion. McCracken keeps it. He stood up. He spins off the tackle and has the first down. Down to the 28. Now McCracken has taken a couple of hits here on the last couple plays after pretty much running unimpeded to the end zone, or unimpeded for long distances anyway. And he's got a first down. The ball on the 27-yard line with 11 minutes left in the half. Play action. McCracken's going to throw it deep, and he hit Owen Clare, and a little bit too long. Clare reached up with a left hand and tried to pull it down and couldn't quite corral it. Not a perfect throw, but good enough that I think Owen would probably say he should have caught it and just couldn't hang on. He kind of got turned around, it looked like, too.
I like the call. Play action. Defense expecting another run play. Everybody going after the back in the backfield, losing the actual back as he goes deep in the field.
McCracken keeps it, run behind Clare, bounces to the outside. Somebody's helmet flew off. That is Landon Harper, and McCracken's got about 5, maybe 6. Pretty good gain on the keeper. Yeah, call it 3rd and 5 now for the Tigers, but Harper has to check out. And they bring in Gray and Schaefer, so they'll be double tight with Lundberg and Schaefer in at tight end to get themselves some size. They run to the left side, and good gain, but not quite to the first down marker by Owen Clare. Oh, no, Isaiah Hull, rather, number 15. So it's 4th down and 1. That didn't get a very good spot. I thought it was going to be closer than that. Call it 4th and 2.
4th and 2.
Speaking of not a good spot, we kind of thought Preston McCracken had gotten in on the other possession. McCracken keeps it and spins forward, and he does have it. He's down to about the 16-yard line as the Tigers have gotten back in the red zone, and they get the first down. Boy, I don't think that he knew how far he had to go, because that's not the kind of run you'd expect from a back who knows he needs 2 full yards. He ended up getting it. I guess if the line's that good, you go ahead and just put the head down and go.
That time, the offensive line had a good push up front. You had whoever ended up with the ball was going to get the first down. That was just how well the O-line was just able to shove the D-line back into the linebackers.
Govan wide right. They're going to throw. And they throw it to Govan over his head. He was kind of manhandled down there as they crossed the goal line, but it was over his head and not enough contact to throw the flag. 2nd down and 10. You know, they play so loose off of Govan because he's got the ability to get behind the defense. At some point, I think they could probably just quick snap, turn, throw it to him, and get him. They did that early in the year, a home game, maybe week 2. I think it was Ozark who was playing way off of him. McCracken is hit from behind, and another helmet flies off. This time it's Carthage. Gain of about 1 for Preston McCracken.
Tell you what, the past couple weeks, we've seen more helmets come off both teams.
Yeah, you're right.
Than all the other games previous.
Malachi Douglas made the stop, but has to come out. So now it's 3rd down and long. Tigers, remember, have Elijah Peary, who certainly is in range at this point, but would love to get at least to the first down stick and move the chains and get 4 more downs. 21 is a lot more unbearable to look at than 17 if you're Carthage. Play action again. And McCracken's going to take it up the sideline, step out of bounds. I don't know, the stick's not there. It is a first down. So he got around the corner, got away from the defender, and ran for the first down.
I like that play call there. You have your QB boot out and look for the receiver, and if no one's open, we've seen him run so well throughout the season that's the second option there. No receivers open, then McCracken just becomes the running back himself, and he's able to pick up the first down.
1st and goal for Republic again. McCracken runs it to the right, and he guides his way in behind the blockers for another touchdown for Preston McCracken. And with 8:29 left to go in the second quarter, Republic leads Carthage 20-0. Well, remember last week it was 27-21. Republic turned it over 3 times, gave up another possession that led to a touchdown because of a penalty, and really outplayed Webb City far more than the score showed. And they are certainly outplaying Carthage here early tonight. 20-0. This is going to turn some heads. I mean, a lot of heads all over the state. It is good, and it's 21-0 with 8:29 left to go in the second quarter, and it's still early. That's good, and that's also bad because Carthage has plenty of time to come back, so the defense will try to respond after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports. Eris Pizza brings a slice of history to your table. Since 1961, their blend of handcrafted dough, rich sauces, and a variety of fresh toppings cooked in an authentic brick oven offers a unique dining experience. Explore their menu at erispizza417.com or drop into the Wildwood Plaza on Highway 60. All right, welcome back. Robbie Jansen, our producer-director, wants to see an onside kick here. I actually don't think that's a bad call. I mean, Carthage is state-ranked. It's not so late. It's not like it's 21-0 with 3 minutes left. So I don't think it's a bad call, Robbie. I'm gonna say if it happens, you're gonna be promoted to statistician. You get the headset. And into the end zone. It's going to be a touchback. Well, sorry, you're going to have to stay in your lowly spot there, Robbie. Pushing the buttons. 8:29 left to go in the second quarter, and the defense is back out there.
It is definitely stunned this Carthage crowd, too. It is very, very quiet. I know they haven't have too much to cheer for or clap for so far, but players are stunned, and so is the Carthage crowd.
Stunned is a good word. I mean, I'm even a little bit stunned. This has been a pretty amazing start for Republic. And into the backfield they go, and they broke that one down. And was it Cooper White there first? I think so, but Ethan Montiel was there as well.
That play was just busted from the get-go. You had white jerseys in the backfield, almost instantaneous from the ball being snapped.
Well, we talk every year, and then pretty much most weeks every year, about Republic's ability to improve. They improve as much as anybody over the course of the season. And my goodness, they are where they need to be right now if they keep playing like this. There's a big hole and a missed tackle. But Browning couldn't quite get away. If he'd have been able to stay on his feet, I think he might have broken that one for a lot more yards. 7:30 left in the half. Gain 7. Maybe more than that. Down to 3rd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, looked like they're changing the play. They shift a man out wide, and Browning's going to keep it, go to the edge, and he is near the first down marker. He may have it, depending on the spot. Where are they going to put that ball down? They're going to put it down just past the marker. That was a good spot for Carthage. Ethan Montiel, if you look at number 22, it kind of looks like he lost track of. Oh, no, it's not 22. Who is it? It's, come on. I can't see. Oh, it's Caleb Norman. Caleb looked like he just lost track of where the ball was or thought that the ball had been pitched or thrown, and he turned around to make the tackle just a little bit too late. Keeper. And not much there for Landon West. Was that a direct snap to West? And Caleb Norman makes the tackle again.
Yeah, and the defense doing a great job not being fooled by the jet sweep. A lot of defenses sometimes, that's a distractor when you've got someone running full speed in motion, knowing full well the possibility that could be the ball carrier, but the defense is doing a great job adjusting to that.
West comes out wide this time. Browning the shotgun. They shift a man here. They send another man out wide to the left. They're going to throw. Plenty of time. He'll take off and run, and nope, that's not going to work. As the Tigers are over there to make the hit. Norman, Hart, both there.
Well,
and Nolan Lashley, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, who set that all up was Lashley. He came just on a line there. As soon as he saw that the QB was going to commit to being a running back instead of being a passer, he just comes on a beeline and stops that whole play.
I thought on that one Browning gave up on throwing the ball pretty fast. Like he was back there, and unless that was a designed run, if that's the case, then it's understandable. But he looked like he was going to throw, and then just pulled it down and kind of half-heartedly ran. They're going to throw it out wide, a little screen over on the side. There's a hole. I don't know if it's going to get called. Govan, somebody had a hold of Govan's shoulder pad.
That's enough for another.
And Coleman makes the stop, but it's a first down for Carthage with 5:23 left to go in the first half.
I think one of the things that made the QB Browning for Carthage to change his mind on passing was the fact that our defense had all their receivers locked down. He realized really quickly that he had nowhere to throw it, so try to get the most yardage he could.
Up near midfield, not into Republic territory yet. The snap is low, and there is a whistle. And what do we have?
I don't think they got the ball off in time.
Okay. So that's why the snap was low. It was rushed. That'll move them back. Oh, he was down, you're saying. So it's not a penalty. They lose the yardage, but he was on his knee when he grabbed it. And so the clock continues to run, and now instead of 1st and 15, it's 2nd and 14. So that's even better for Republic. 3 wide receivers, 2 right, 1 left, and a timeout called by Carthage with 4:25 left to go in the first half. Remember, Carthage will get the ball first when the second half begins, so get it down to 21-7. They could make a game of it, but right now the Tiger defense wants to stay in control. We'll take a quick break and be back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Are you looking for a place where love leads the way? At First Christian Church, we're about 2 things, loving God and loving others. No perfect people here, just a community of real folks walking through life together with grace, faith, and hope. Whether you're new to church or need a fresh start, you'll find a place to belong at First Christian Church of Republic, republicchristian.org.
From Tiger fans to your business team, from booster fundraising to your youth league, Jennifer at Teamwear Solutions has been making Republic teams look great and raise money for years. Whatever your team, whatever your cause, she's ready. Teamwear Solutions, Tiger proven, team ready.
Welcome back. Defense is out there. Here comes the Carthage offense with 4:25 left to go in the first half. 2nd down and 14 for Carthage. And they're going to run a little option. They pitch it to the outside. Montiel over to knock him over, and Govan finishes the job around the 50-yard line. Short gain. They ended up getting about 7, I guess.
That right there shows the difference between Carthage and Republic. The ball carrier number 2, he was hesitant there. He was going to absorb the hit and essentially kind of run out of bounds trying to negate a hard hit there, where our guys, when they get the ball, they're out there delivering the hits there. So that just tells me the aggressiveness is so much different between Republic and Carthage.
Yeah, and it's gotten even a bigger difference as the game's gone on. 3rd and 8. Under pressure, Browning chased by Coleman, got away and still on his feet, and he's going to make a big gain out of it. He's got the first down and more. Finally brought down by Gavin Lawhon, who brought him down. And it's a first down for Carthage with 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Part of that was set up by Carthage ball carrier used the referee as a blocker. He kind of literally saw a white jersey was bearing down on him, and he kind of switched sides and went behind the referee.
Clock continues to run. Carthage trying to get in the end zone before this half ends, and there's a big gap on the right side, and that's the first big run by one of the running backs. The ball came out, and it went out the end zone. But they're going to say he was down when it came out. Let's watch it again.
That's enough for another Carthage Tiger.
So he's knocked. Boy, I don't know. I think he was flying out of bounds, but I don't know if he'd gone out of bounds when that ball came out and it went out the back of the end zone. I think if there were instant replay in high school football, I think we'd be getting that reviewed. So first and goal for Carthage. And a dive, but not a touchdown yet. Gain of maybe one by Browning. What did you think about that, Rich?
Yeah, that was awfully close. I agree with you. If there was instant replay in high school, that would be one that I think you'd have someone rechecking that.
It happened opposite side of the field from where the coaching staff is, so I wonder if there would have been more vociferous argumentation by the Republic coaching staff. Didn't get in.
But let's talk about this defensive stance right now by the Republic defense. You had first and goal inside the 5, and the defense really hasn't given up very much yardage here.
3rd and 1, and really less than 1. Ball's right up on the goal line. They're going to keep it, and they had him and missed it. They had it guessed right. Caden Pacheco came up from the defensive backfield and tried to stick him, and he slipped out of it and got the touchdown. So Carthage, with 2:26 left, has scored for the first time tonight. Makes it 21-6.
That drive was by far the best thing that Carthage has had, both offense and defensively. They've been pretty flat up until this offensive drive here.
Extra point is up and through, and with 2:26 left, it's 21-7. Republic's got a chance to march it down and score again. Let's see what they do after this timeout. You're watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports. People's Community Bank has been part of Republic since 2014, proudly supporting local schools and community events. Located in West Republic on Highway 60, People's Community Bank offers loans with fast local decisions, competitive rates, and everyday banking with a hometown feel. Learn more at peoplescommunitybank.com. People's Community Bank, where community comes first. Welcome back. And after that drive, the team stats a little more even. 205 for Republic, 178 for Webb City.
Carthage.
Carthage. I said 205. The calculator on the graphic is subtracting the penalty for 5 yards from the total offense for Republic. So 210 if that is put in its own category. 2:26 left in the half, and the Tigers will try to drive it on Carthage and score again. And it's Trenton Coleman who catches it around the 12. Bounces it to the far side and is stood up right around the 20-yard line, leans forward to the 21, maybe the 22. And with 2:18 left in the half, Republic with an opportunity to add to a 21-7 lead. It's funny, 21-0 felt pretty good, but I mean, 21-7 since Carthage scored last, a little more worrisome. Like, I would feel a lot better even if it were a 2-score lead, if Republic had scored last somehow. So let's just score last and see what happens. McCracken is almost tackled, stayed on his feet, and spun forward for about 6-yard gain.
Yeah, if you go back and look at that, it's exactly right. He kind of spun around and is fighting for every last yardage there. What looked like it's going to be only about 2 to 3, ended up being 5. But we can say that just about every single time that McCracken gets the ball, is the fact that the initial contact is not where he's going to end up. It's going to be about 2 or 3 extra yards.
They end up giving him 6, so it's second down and 4. And Hull kind of bounces through the hole near the first down marker, 1:35 left. Carthage is happy just to be slowing Republic down at this point. Republic has no timeouts. They've used them. It's third down and 1. And they're just going to get the first down. Boy, they are punishing McCracken now, though. He had some easy runs early, but they are really hitting him. He's going to be sore tomorrow.
But if you know Preston, he likes that right there. He's not going to shy away from that. And, yeah, I'm pretty sure, I can say that up here. But, I'm pretty sure those hits are taking its toll. But he's such a tough kid that it doesn't matter right now.
Yeah. First and 10. McCracken lost the ball, but he got back on it. That would have been big. Second down and 13 or so now. 40 seconds left. Carthage is content to just let the clock run. And Republic looks like they are probably not going to worry about trying to add on to a 21-7 lead. It's been a great first half for them. They do have Govan over here on the right side, and they've got him one-on-one. Yeah, play action. And McCracken is going to run out of bounds. 8 seconds left. They dropped back on Govan, a couple of other guys, so they had him well covered.
Yeah, you had the cornerback that was lined up on him initially. Then you had another DB who just came over. He ended up being double covered there. So that great job of McCracken not trying to force something and throwing the ball to a receiver that's double covered, just rolling out and trying to pick up some yardage.
3rd and 18. This will most likely be the last play of the first half. And they just give it up the middle to Hull, who is hit, hangs onto the ball with both arms. Back near the original line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire. And it was a good first half for the Tigers. Carthage responded late, but Republic with a great start, and they lead it 21-7 as we go to halftime. We're going to take a break and be back with the Retmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Looking for your next ride? Come see us at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic. Not only do we have a great selection of new Chevrolets on the lot, we've got a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, all makes, all models, ready to drive home today. Need to sell or trade? We're buying cars, trucks, and SUVs, and we'll give you top dollar, no strings attached. Fair deals with local people you can trust. Let our family take care of yours at Pinnaker Chevrolet in Republic or online at PinnakerChevrolet.com.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
Kirk's Collision Center in Republic has been helping neighbors get back on the road with more than 20 years of experience behind the work. They're OEM certified, so repairs meet factory standards. And their team handles everything from collision and glass work to paintless dent repair. Even if your insurance company suggests another shop, you can always choose Kirk's, and every repair comes with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at kirkscollisioncenter.com.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
I'm Robin McKee with your locally owned UPS store. We've raised our family in Republic, and we're here to help local businesses thrive with printing, shipping, and more. Visit us in the shopping center behind Commerce Bank, and let's succeed together at the UPS store.
Since 2014, Republic Animal Hospital has been caring for pets with the personal touch you'd expect from a hometown clinic.
You know people are friendly here. I think there's still those small town values here, and I like being part of the community.
From dogs and cats to pocket pets, Dr. Ferguson and her team provide compassionate care in a comfortable, expanded facility designed for both pets and their people. Republic Animal Hospital, caring for your pets because they're family. Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
Welcome to the Repmo Halftime Report, presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. And if you're finding us on Facebook, just a reminder, we're live all night. And second half, we'll be live on our YouTube channels. Go to YouTube, search for Republic Tiger Sports. It's been a great start for Republic, leading 21-7 over Carthage. And that first quarter was really something. First drive, Republic started on the 25-yard line, and they went 75 yards in just 3 plays. It was a 69-yard touchdown run by Preston McCracken to put the Tigers on top, 7-0. They turned Carthage over on downs after 6 plays. Carthage went 63 yards, but the Tiger defense bent, did not break, and Carthage turned it over. 6 plays later, Republic had gone 82 yards. It was a 35-yard run by McCracken, then a 7-yard run by Clare, then a 34-yard run by McCracken to put them in the end zone. 6:01 left to go in the first quarter, and Republic led it 14-0. They forced a Carthage punt on the next possession. Then Republic got it and turned it over on downs. But after another Carthage punt, Republic got in the end zone again. They went 39 yards, 11 plays, 39 yards, and another touchdown run by McCracken, this one for 6 yards. And that made it 21-0. Carthage finally got on the board late, 2:26 left to go in the second quarter. And it was a 1-yard touchdown run by the quarterback Browning to make the score 21-7. Rich Miles, you've got some numbers from that first half, and it was a good first half for Republic, but the yardage, like I mentioned earlier, not as lopsided as you might think from the score.
Yeah, after that first quarter, it was definitely lopsided, but Carthage kind of narrowed the gap there on the total yardage. Republic has 220 total yards to Carthage, 178. Total plays were pretty even. Republic has 29 plays to Carthage 26 yards per play. Republic 7.6 yards. They're averaging to Carthage 6.8. Rush yards. Republic has over 200 yards in the first half, which is pretty awesome. The fact that they've got 226 yards to to Carthage 153 is great. That obviously reflects the score when you've got almost 100 more yards than your opponent. Rush attempts, Republic 26 to Carthage is 20. Passing, that's the only thing that favors the Carthage Tigers is they've got 25 passing yards to Republic's negative, which is negative 6 yards. But overall, stats don't lie, numbers don't lie. The fact that most everything is in Republic's favor shows you that 21-7. And as we talked about, obviously we're not down there on the goal line, but we think it should probably be 28-7. Just how close that ball was there with Preston McCracken stretching out there. And also another play that was awfully close to was the Carthage running back. But could have gone either way, possibly going out of the back of the end zone, which would have been touched back, and the ball would have been Republic's hands there instead of a touchdown. But definitely the stats heavily in Republic's favor, and the Republic defense, the stats for that has got to be, in our favor as well. That we've got a defense that's just flying around. Carthage only has 26 yards passing, and a lot of that has to do with our DBs doing such a great job of playing man coverage and not allowing any receivers just to get wide open.
Yeah, a lot of times, we've seen in past years, if there were not a lot of pass completions by the other team, it was because the passes weren't on target. You think back really to the Ozark game, they could have had a lot more complete passes, but the passes weren't on target. These have been decent passes, but the coverage, I think, has been as good as we've seen under Ryan Cornelson in the past 5 seasons. Really good against a very good passing offense. The Tigers lead it 21-7. We're going to take another break and be back with more on the Retmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
Hines Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, crisis needs. Feel better right down Hines Street.
It can happen at any time. Fire damage, water damage, smoke damage, and can make your home unlivable. PuroClean will bring your home back to life. Our state-of-the-art drying equipment gets your life back to normal, and we work with all insurance companies. Tear it out, dry it up, rebuild it. PuroClean gets your home or business looking like it did before. Day or night, our specialists are ready to respond. The paramedics of property damage. PuroClean.
Whether you have a hole in your roof or you're missing a single shingle, you know who to call in Republic. It's Mike Mansker and the team at Absolute Roofing. Give them a call at 869-0444 or find them online at absoluteroofers.com.
Rapid Ship Republic, building relationships one package at a time.
Fast, friendly, local. Skip the lines and ship local. Rapid Ship Republic is fast, friendly, and just around the corner. We stand with the Republic Tigers. Good luck this season.
Welcome back to the Ritmo Halftime Report presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. David Brazil, Tim Barnes, Rich Miles. And Rich Miles is just about ready to take over the MC duties on everybody's favorite game. Say the score that you know is true.
Love it.
All
right, here we go. Here's one that we talked about, and we all know that we're probably going to have to guess high here. So we're going to start off with the Nixa Waynesville game. It has gone into halftime. So, who wants to go first? Nixa, Waynesville.
I don't remember who.
I will say I'll go first. Well, all right. Is it early in halftime or late in halftime? because I'm guessing Nixa probably scored during halftime.
I don't have that information.
All right, I'll say I'm going to say it is 35-0.
All right, David picks 35-0. Tim?
Wow,
Nixa.
that's
Nixa, yeah.
He picked Nixa? Oh, okay. That's actually the score I was going to use. So I'm going to go, we'll have to go 36-0. Nixa.
Well, you did the Price is Right, where you did the dollar more, and it went in your favor. The score is Nixa 48, Waynesville 0.
Wow. Well. All right. Nothing I can do about that. I was trying to keep it respectful. All right.
All right. Our
Tim
next
gets to go first.
Our next one is going to be staying in the COC, Webb City versus Willard.
Well, this is almost as good as the last one. It's a real big matchup week, isn't it?
I think Webb City's going to be a little irritated this week, and they may take it out on Willard. So I will use the 35-0 Webb City. I will use David's score.
You know what? I'm going to say 34-0. I'm going to go the opposite direction.
Wow.
And this time, going the dollar difference goes in your favor, David. It is 34-0, Webb City.
It's a bonus. That's
34.
That's an automatic
winner. You win $100.
winner.
All right.
Pay him, Rich.
Somebody else is paying for Taco Bell.
All righty. All right, staying in the COC, we have Glendale versus Ozark.
All right, well, it's my turn to go first. And there's no program I like more than Ozark. So I'm going to go with Ozark over Glendale. Also, I mean, I just have a natural, as an old COC guy, I have a natural bias in favor of the old COC teams. And I'm going to say... I'm going to say 21-7.
21-7 Ozark is what your pick is. Tim?
Well, I know that was hard for you, David, to pick Ozark. I'm going to say 28-14 Ozark.
Well, both of you are wrong on the team.
Oh, wow.
Ahead. That's dear to my heart. It's Glendale 21, Ozark 14.
Wow. Should have went with your gut, David.
No, I went with my gut. My gut is bad. All right, so Tim, no, we're still tied, 1-1.
1-1.
All right, this could be this is gonna be the tiebreaker here.
It's
COC.
be like it's COC. Okay.
Yes.
I was waiting for Tarkio.
No.
Versus.
Oh, I got a whole
Dexter.
list. I was gonna start busting out some schools from the Boot Hill, but we're going to Lebanon, Kickapoo.
Well,
who
it's
picks
not me.
first?
It's
Tim.
Tim gets to pick
Lebanon,
first.
Kickapoo.
Okay, well, we know who I'm taking. I'm going to. And I have not won all year. This is desperation time. I'm going 28-7 Lebanon.
And at the south end zone,
28-7
our seventh grade team, who's coached by Anthony Alex Bendo.
All right, well,
Kickapoo's due, David.
I'm going with Lebanon, and I'm going to say 27. I'm 27-0. Lebanon.
Well, Lebanon is ahead, but the score is 15-3.
That was my second guess.
It was. I saw it. It was on the tip of your tongue there.
Yeah.
Well, and David takes it.
Yes.
My winless streak continues. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Well, at least it's a streak. I don't know.
All right, well, the fun's not over yet because we've got a whole half of football left to go, and we're going to have that for you and a little bit more. But we still have a few more minutes. Apparently, they're doing some kind of youth recognition here tonight in Carthage. So when we get back, Rich Miles is going to break down the importance of the Wishbone offense in the youth game when we come back on the Retmo Halftime Report.
Raising financially confident kids starts with Telcom Credit Union. For our youngest members, the Kirby Kangaroo Club makes saving fun with rewards and surprises. When kids are ready to earn, Greenlight links chore payments and financial goals directly to their own app and debit card, teaching the value of money. And for teens earning a paycheck, our Team Checking provides direct deposit, debit card access, and guardrails to prepare for adulthood. Through every milestone, Telcom helps kids and teens build lifelong money skills.
Buying or selling a home isn't just about the sign of the yard, it's about decisions, big ones. That's why the Tricia Phelps team approaches real estate like advisors, not salespeople. From fast-track financing to investment strategy, Tricia helps you make the right move with confidence, because longevity in this business is no accident. Call Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty to learn more. Republic is more than a market, it's home. And for 20 years, Tricia Phelps has built her career helping neighbors find theirs. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, Tricia brings the experience of a builder, the insight of an investor, and the heart of a community member. Everyone deserves a dream home. Let the Tricia Phelps team with eXp Realty help you find yours. Choose locally owned Central Gas Propane for unmatched service. They go the extra mile for your needs. Call 417-725-3833 or visit centralgasmo.com to switch and save today.
I'm State Farm Agent Sarah Rader. When it comes to protecting your home, auto, and family, I'm always in the red zone, ready to push through for the win. I'll help you tackle high rates and score big on coverage. Learn more at sarahrader.com.
Welcome back to the Retmo Halftime Report, presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. Rich, I'm going to let you off the hook.
I was ready.
All right, well, tell me about the intricacies of the Wishbone offense in youth football.
Well, that's you're learning how to run the option and other plays, fullback. I love the old school running plays. You're teaching the youth discipline and the strength up front of an established O-line and how important it is for an offensive line to the rest of the offense, because it all starts right there. If you don't have a good O-line getting a good push, then that pretty much shuts down the Wishbone offense and pretty much any other plays. But I love it. It's old school, and if you can get the Wishbone offense down at the youth level, you could really have something going as they go up to the high school level.
Oh, that was very good. That was very impressive.
That was good, yeah. Yeah, he used ChatGPT for that. What? Tim, I know the wing tee is close to your heart.
Well, I was going to ask him. I was going to ask Rich to compare and contrast the wing tee, the Wishbone. But we'll save that for next week.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already over his daily limit on ChatGPT. So. All right, we've got 3 more minutes to go, and that's going to do it for the Retmo Halftime Report, presented by Beauty and Wellness Co. We're going to take another break and be back with the third quarter after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
My friend Lori Castagran sets the scene with style buyers can't resist.
And my friend Elizabeth Gold sets the price and protects your profit.
They fall in love.
You cash the check.
Curb appeal. Close the deal.
Vision Health Eye Center in Republic provides clear vision for the big moments. Visit visionhealtheyecenter.com to book your comprehensive eye exam with Dr. Hart, Dr. Holmes, or Dr. Wilcox. Vision Health Eye Center. Clear vision for the big moments. For more than 50 years, Southern Sun Electric has been helping to build Republic and the Ozarks. For dependable commercial and industrial construction and service, choose Southern Sun Electric, a longtime supporter of Republic students. Find them online at southernsunelectric.com. Buying or selling? Javier Romero at Murdy Associates brings a builder's eye to every deal. He'll crawl under the house, climb the attic, help you fix what's needed, and guard your bottom line. Relax. He handles the details. You get the keys. Find them online at javierromero.murney.com or call 417-351-1807. State Farm Insurance is there anytime, anywhere you need it with helpful advice and award-winning service. In Republic, call Chris Yoakum at 732-1463 or go online at chrisyoakum.com and get to a better state. Huey Magoo's is almost open in Republic, just over a mile from the stadium. The filet mignon of chicken is coming soon, and with it, Republic Tiger Sports post-game parties after home football games this season. Huey Magoo's opening soon. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
Your offensive line protects the quarterback, and I protect you from confusing Medicare options. I'm Wade Hobbs with Hobbs Insurance Group. Open enrollment starts October 15th. Don't get sacked by the December 7th enrollment deadline. You can find me on Facebook or call 417-425-3937. Go Tigers.
Welcome back. Fast fact for the second half, Carthage still holds a 22-1 edge in the all-time series here. The only win a couple of years ago in week 1 at Republic. And the Tigers trying to make it 2 wins in the all-time series as Elijah Peary has it teed up. That fast fact brought to you by Rapid Ship Republic. When Republic champs want to ship it fast, they ship it fast with Rapid Ship. That one short of the end zone. And a good return through the middle, and this one may go for a touchdown. There's one man to beat, and it's Peary. And he's going to get over there and drag him down, but all the way to the 15-yard line, and that is a great start to the half for Carthage, and that's not what Republic wanted, leading 21-7.
Hey, great effort there by Perry. A lot of times kickers, they kick the ball and they just kind of jog away or pick up the tee and they're already making their way over to the sideline. He did a great job of fighting through a blocker and pushing the ball carrier, saving a touchdown.
So the defense is back out there just as they expected, but not in the spot they wanted to be in, as Carthage is already in the red zone. Trying to make it a one-score game. And they hand it off, and a huge gap up the middle and down to the 1-yard line goes Landon West. So now it's 1st and goal from the 1 for Carthage. And the home team, Tigers, are close to getting back in this one after that horrible start. Browning with West next to him, sends a man in motion. They shift to the inside, and a big hole, and through into the end zone. A quick score for Carthage, and just like that, it's 21-13. So as good as that start was, the big kickoff return allows Carthage to score quickly. And to me, more worrisome than the kickoff is the first couple of plays there run by Carthage. There were massive holes in the defense, and they exploited it well.
And that tells you how important all the facets of the football game is the special teams set that up for Carthage.
Trying to make it a 7-point game with the extra point, and it is through. And with 11:14 left in the third quarter, we've got ourselves a ball game. Republic 21, Carthage 14. Offense will try to respond after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Are you in search of a fair, reliable plumber that you can count on 24/7? Call Far Better Plumbing. Local, transparent, and reliable. No hidden fees, billed hourly on site. Far Better Plumbing is your plumbing connection for all residential, commercial, and excavation work. Far Better wants to be your plumber for life. Call them at 864-8703 or find them online at farbetterplumbing.com.
All right, well, Carthage has tried an onside kick before. They did it against Willard to open that game. And so they may be thinking that. Republic is certainly going to be ready for it. One thing to think about is that Republic has put up plenty of yards, but they haven't really sustained the kind of drives that have made them successful, where they've had a 12, 14, 16 play drive. They haven't done that tonight. That sure would be nice now. They kick it deep, and it's taken by Taylor at about the 9. Out past the 20 and sidesteps and then gets hammered at about the 23-yard line. Good return, though, by number 23, Jackson Taylor. Jordan Brenner made the stop, and Republic's offense on the field for the first time in the second half. And, boy, it's even more important to score here than it was when the half started. Up only by 7, 21-14. Overstreet split wide to the right. Everybody else in tight. And a keeper from McCracken. They got to him. And a loss of about 3 yards. They've done a lot better job on Preston McCracken since the early going. They've done a better job of getting into the backfield against him. And there was nothing there.
Yeah, that time there was a missed block up front. You had two Carthage defenders that just went through the same gap there on the right side of Republic's O-line.
I wonder, too, if they've changed some things to make the read harder for Preston. Gives it to Hull. He's got nowhere to go. Fights his way ahead for maybe a yard. And Carthage has all the momentum right now.
Yeah, football is definitely a sport of swings. And first quarter was definitely dominated by Republic. And now to open this third quarter up, you kind of feel that things are kind of slowly moving back towards Carthage way.
And you can hear the difference in the noise from the crowd here. Jovan wide to the left side. They fake. They get to McCracken again in the backfield. Again, they busted right through. And the Tigers are going to have to punt it away with about 10 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Carthage will have a chance to come down and tie.
We always talk about which coaching staff does, the more adjustments at halftime, and obviously Carthage has done a little bit of tweaking here to the adjustments that they've done on defense to shut McCracken down.
Perry back to punt it away. It's a high snap, but he's a tall guy and got it away, and it's a high booming punt that is going to bounce sideways and go out of bounds at about the 43-yard line of Carthage. So a pretty good punt by Peary. And with 9:19 left in the third quarter, Carthage down only by 7 will have a chance to march down and tie it.
You're right. Going back to their opening drive there in the third quarter, Carthage had a lot better running lanes for their running backs versus the first half.
4-man front for the Republic defense. And they got in there that time. Mason Whitworth, number 44, got in there and made the tackle as they gave it to Landon West. And not much running room. Picked up maybe a yard. Second down and 9.
Great job by Whitworth there. He came flying in. No one picked him up, and he was able to wrap up the running back there at the line of scrimmage.
Republic going 3 and out also meant the defense wasn't off the field for very long and didn't get a chance to talk about any adjustments for very long. Now, maybe they made some, but probably would have liked to have had some more time to review video. Fake the sweep, play action pass. And they throw it long over the middle. It's way over everybody. And they're going to call pass interference on Trenton Coleman, who can't believe it.
Yeah, they kind of got tangled up there at the last
Watch that
there.
again and see the tail end of it.
Could argue maybe it was an uncatchable ball.
Yeah, well, I don't know that there was that much contact. I mean, there was contact, but they were kind of on each other.
I think the referees might be talking it over, see if it's going to be picked up or not.
They do call pass interference. So that's a first down for Carthage.
I wonder if that's something that was brought up there in their little meeting there with the referees is, yeah, there was contact, but even if there wasn't, could that ball have been caught anyways? It was well over the head of the receiver.
I think it was more that they just didn't have the I don't know that they thought that the contact was initiated by Coleman as much as it was just two guys going after the ball. But they do call the penalty, and it marches it forward to the 41-yard line of Republic. And the direct snap to West, who runs over Gavin Lawhon, lowers his shoulder, picked up about 5 on first down. Man, maybe more like 4 on first down, but Lawhon wrestles him down. Second down and 6. Well, maybe he did gain 5. Second down and 5. Taylor checks out. Coleman in for the Republic defense. 8:22 left in the third. Well, Republic was so dominant early, and that has really changed. I think these are the two best coaching staffs, top to bottom, than the COC. And they are showing it here. Browning keeps it, takes it forward for a couple. It's going to be third down and 3.
Third, 3.
Taylor back in and Coleman back out. And Tate Nichols checks in at wide receiver for Carthage, along with Malachi Douglas, number 26. So a couple of receivers check in for the Carthage Tigers.
I was going to say that Carthage brought in a couple of receivers, and they've got bunch up top there, so you can assume this is going to be a pass play.
Yeah, they're going to throw a little screen, and he slipped and fell. Montiel was there, but Montiel was fortunate that that happened. So it's fourth down and a loss of about 1. 4th and 5, and a good opportunity here for the Republic defense to get a stop.
Hey, great job by the defense. They shut down all the receivers. The QB had to check down to the back that came out of the backfield, and not too many times can you have a completion that goes for negative yardage. So great job on the defense on shutting down the pass play.
4th and 5 here. Wide receiver to each side, and Carthage, I think, is going to call a timeout. Yes, 6:56 left to go in the third quarter. They want to make sure they've got all their ducks in a row, and we'll see if they do when we come back after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
Are you looking for a place where love leads the way? At First Christian Church, we're about 2 things, loving God and loving others. No perfect people here, just a community of real folks walking through life together with grace, faith, and hope. Whether you're new to church or need a fresh start, you'll find a place to belong at First Christian Church of Republic, republicchristian.org.
From Tiger fans to your business team, from booster fundraising to your youth league, Jennifer at Teamwear Solutions has been making Republic teams look great and raise money for years. Whatever your team, whatever your cause, she's ready. Teamwear Solutions, Tiger proven, team ready.
All right, welcome back. Scoreboard clock is not updating on the bottom of the screen. It's 6:56 remaining in the quarter, and we're working on that. 3 wide receivers to the left, and they throw a screen over here, and it's going to be a first down. Complete to number 8, Tate Nichols. And he had a load of blockers in front of him. And Carthage picks up the first down. Big 4th and 5 play there.
Tate Nichols obviously is the kind of number 1 receiver. It's the receiver that the Carthage quarterback Browning tends to throw to, or at least is looking at, even if he doesn't throw to it. So you would think that eventually the Republic defense is going to start to pick up on that and realize that whenever he goes out there in certain positions that he's going to be the number one receiver.
6:50 left in the third quarter. Carthage trying to march down and tie it up. They have already scored 14 since falling in the hole early. Lashley with the tackle there. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 coming up. Now to 6.5 left in the third. Second and 7, a keeper for Browning, and he can't get away. It was Grayson Hart who was there first to wrap him up. Nolan Lashley came up, maybe a little shaken up after making that hit. Under 6 to go in the third now. And that makes it, after the loss, 3rd and 9. So another good opportunity.
Grayson did a great job of shedding the blocker that came out on him. So you always tell your defenders, you got someone blocking you, shed the blocker. You dip and rip, do the swim move, do whatever it takes to get that blocker off of you, find the ball, and go make the tackle, and that's exactly what he did.
3rd and 9, one wide receiver, wide to the right. Another one split to the left. They're going to throw it wide to the right. It is dropped, and it was coverage over there by Alex Johnson, but that was more of a drop.
Yeah, I think even if the Carthage receiver would have caught it, he would have been tackled right there. And it's kind of interesting. We've seen this a lot of times here that when Carthage needs to get that first down on 3rd and 4th, their receivers are running underneath the first down marker. A lot of times you tell them to run at least, if not a little farther than the first down marker.
It's 4th and 9 now, and I think Republic is going to call a timeout to make sure they've got everything lined up here after the last 4th down when Carthage got it with 5:18 remaining. Republic calls a timeout. We'll take a quick break as well. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
People's Community Bank has been part of Republic since 2014, proudly supporting local schools and community events. Located in West Republic on Highway 60, People's Community Bank offers loans with fast local decisions, competitive rates, and everyday banking with a hometown feel. Learn more at peoplescommunitybank.com. People's Community Bank, where community comes first. Any day is a great day to send flowers. Heaven Sent Flowers and Gifts has been your local florist in Republic since 1987, offering free local delivery. Call them at 732-1334 or go online to heavenssentflowers.com.
All right, welcome back. What do you think they do here, Rich? Either side.
I think Republic's defense has got to put pressure on the QB. You've got to bring one, if not two guys on a blitz. And obviously Carthage is going to have to pass it.
4th and 9. Pump fake. They throw it into the end zone. It is too high. Incomplete. No flag. Tigers get the stop on defense. Oh, goodness.
And that was a good throw by Browning, the quarterback there for Carthage. That was spot on. It was a little high. The receiver had to climb the ladder and jump up. He had the opportunity to do it, just couldn't come down with it. So great stop by the Republic defense.
So now let's see if Republic can put something together offensively to run some clock. 5:12 left in the third quarter. Again, our clock not running, so I'll try and mention the time as much as possible. It's 1st and 10. And they give it to Claire, who is stood up and spun around.
Going back to that 4th down play, it's interesting that Carthage went for the touchdown instead of just trying to get the first down.
They have really shut down the Republic offense since that first couple of drives. Even if I'm remembering, it was the third touchdown drive that wasn't a very long drive. Inside handoff, and again, not a lot of room, maybe about 3 or 4 yards. And that was Isaiah Hull. And that makes it 3rd and 5. And this has turned into just a defensive struggle, trench warfare.
You do play action here. Carthage expecting another run. It's been a while since the Republic's tried to throw in the ball.
They do have Govan here, wide on this side. And it's a keeper from McCracken, and he's hit again in the backfield. They came up and got him. And they really started going after him, and Jet Dalton, the linebacker, came up and brought him down, and that's going to force a punt.
Yeah, Carthage defense has definitely made the adjustments. They seem so much more aggressive here in the 3rd quarter than really any time in the first half. Bringing a guy off the edge, too, to try to disrupt McCracken, whether he's keeping it or hanging it off. They've shut down any of the ball carrier coming off the edge. Punt. Gets a great bounce there. And it'll roll down to about the 32-yard line. So Carthage is going to take over. 3:01 left here in the 3rd quarter. Republic up 21-14. This isn't the best field position for Carthage. But great punt. It's always great whenever you can get a roll. And that's exactly what happened. Had a nice little tight spiral to it, too. Usually when you have a punt, it's kind of an end over end.
So the ball on the 31-yard line. And down to 3:01 left in the 3rd quarter. And a gain of a couple of yards on 1st down for Browning.
On Coach's interview, he'd mentioned that Republic and Carthage offensively have a lot of similarities. They run a lot of the same plays, just out of different formations. Most of the time, Carthage is in the shotgun, McCracken's underneath center, but for the most part, they kind of have a similar playbook.
Bigger front line for Carthage, and there's a fake handoff, and Browning keeps it, dives forward. Boy, he gained a couple of more yards than I thought he was going to get. He looked like he was going to be down around the 38, and then he came flying out of that pile to about the 40, so it's going to be 3rd down and a long 2 for Carthage.
I think that was the bad read by the Carthage QB. I think that if he would have handed it off to number 2 that was going there in motion, there was a lot of green pasture there on the right side of the field instead of trying to run it up the middle.
1:45 left to go in the quarter. And they hand it off, and that's a 1st down all the way out near midfield for Landon West. Tigers continue to lead, but it doesn't feel like they're leading right now. If Carthage goes down and scores, it's still a tie ball game, but Carthage has the momentum right now after Republic jumped out so early. Led 21-0. And there we have a whistle.
I think you had false start on Carthage. Yeah, you had a couple of players moving when the ball was snapped.
1:10. Now 1:06 left in the 3rd quarter. And under a minute. 1st and 15 for Carthage. Browning sends a man in motion. They give it to him on the sweep, and a good play by the defense. It was Ethan Montiel who was there to shut it down as Tate Nichols came around on the sweep.
It's like we have an injury. I can't see a number.
I think it's Montiel. He made the tackle, and now he's slow to get up. And I don't know the way he's acting. I wonder if it might be a cramp. It is muggy, at least in here. I don't know if it's. We're inside here and can't open the windows, so I don't really know what the conditions are out there, but it got pretty humid. And while they work on Ethan Montiel, we're going to take a break. Be back with more after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
This is Vanessa at Beauty and Wellness Co. At Beauty and Wellness, we are all about Retmo Spirit, and we're also about helping you optimize your internal wellness and enhance your external beauty. Whether you're looking to age gracefully or just looking for a boost of energy to help you refuel and recover, we are the place to go. Visit our spot at Highway 174 and Main Street. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Beauty Plus Wellness CO or call us at 417-590-8200.
Go Tigers!
All right. Ethan Montiel walked off the field, so that's a good sign. Empty backfield. They fake the handoff on the sweep, and it might have been a flag. Nope. And the pass is caught. They kind of landed on top of Grayson Hart in the backfield as he was bearing down on the quarterback. No flag. Complete pass. And it's now third down. And about 5 with 22 seconds left in the quarter. And Browning keeps it. And it's going to be fourth down coming up after this. That may be the last play of the quarter, down to 10 seconds left. And I think it is going to be the last play of the quarter. It was 21-14.
That was a good tackle by Caleb Norman.
Yeah.
He came flying in from the linebacker position and stopped that play.
All right, let's take a break. End of 3. Republic holding on to a 21-14 lead. Back with more after this on Republic Tiger Sports. Kirk's Collision Center in Republic has been helping neighbors get back on the road with more than 20 years of experience behind the work. They're OEM certified, so repairs meet factory standards. And their team handles everything from collision and glass work to paintless dent repair. Even if your insurance company suggests another shop, you can always choose Kirk's, and every repair comes with a lifetime warranty. Learn more at kirkscollisioncenter.com.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
I'm Robin McKee with your locally owned UPS store. We've raised our family in Republic, and we're here to help local businesses thrive with printing, shipping, and more. Visit us in the shopping center behind Commerce Bank, and let's succeed together at the UPS store.
Start of the fourth quarter, and on fourth down, I think they barely have the first down. Well, I don't know. You look at the official.
It depends on the mark.
I think he's going to be short.
Right foot, left foot.
They're definitely gonna have to measure that.
Oh, they're waving them on without
they're
measuring.
not even measuring?
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Well,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
He got a very nice mark.
And then he moved the ball up.
Yeah, that's
almost a half yard.
Neither one of the officials was standing in that spot.
Wow.
So that's a tough one.
That is a tough one. I thought he was going to be slightly short, and then they moved the ball up almost an entire yard.
It made it by a yard.
The 1st and 10. And up the sideline, and a flag comes in.
Definitely the
Multiple flags.
First flag is definitely going to be holding on Carthage. There was an O lineman that was holding. And I don't know if that second flag was also for the same holding call or for something different. So both flags were for the same holding call. That's going to push Carthage back.
11:28 left to go in the 4th quarter. Our scoreboard clock is working again. So you'll have a better idea of how much time is left. 11:28 left to go in the game. Republic led 21-0, and Carthage trying to come back and tie it up.
Carthage has got that bunch formation. A lot of times they'll throw a short little pass.
And Montiel couldn't quite get there. Lawhon did, couldn't tackle him. And boy, he fought all the way in, all the way down to the 35-yard line. Nichols.
Every time Carthage gets in that bunch formation, it's a short, quick pass. So there needs to be a coach over there on that sideline that every single time Carthage shows that bunch formation, someone's got to be yelling, knowing full well that it's going to be a short, quick pass out there.
2nd and 3. Good gain on 1st and 12. Ball on the 35-yard line for Carthage. They're heavy on the left side. They go up the middle. And a good gain by Landon West, who I think has the first down. Down to about the 31-yard line. That'll move the chains again.
And that's enough for another Carthage Tigers.
First and 10 for Carthage. Ball on the 31. Browning's going to keep it. Very patient, and the defense is there to meet him. Govan got to him first.
I think you're going to have holding against Carthage.
Yep.
Holding call against Carthage.
Yeah, as they tried to get through, came in from the backside. And the flag flew in. So that pushes them back. And you look at, well, the graphic hasn't been updated. That's why I said Webb City earlier, because the graphic went back and now says Webb City on it. But Carthage with an advantage in yardage. And there's Grayson Hart, who got there first. He sniffed out the pass.
Oh, yeah, Grayson knew exactly where that was going before the QB even let go of the ball. QB kind of gave it away. He was staring down. The receiver he was going to throw it to. Hart, being very smart football-wise, comes flying in there, realizing who's going to get it, making a great open field tackle.
Carthage with 266 yards, and there's a long pass, and it is caught. Flags came in. It's not going to matter because it's a complete pass on the money to Tate Nichols, and it's 1st and goal for Carthage, and the defense never turned around.
That was some late flags, too. I mean, he had already caught that and was down. Play was over, and that's when the flags come in.
So Carthage is knocking on the door. And now the yardage even more lopsided in Carthage's favor. They were at 266 to 222 for Republic. 1st and goal Republic has been great in these situations over the last couple of years. Ball on the 4-yard line. Let's see what the defense has up its sleeve. Quick handoff and toward the pylon. Did he get in? No. And Gavin Lawhon, well, I don't know what he was arguing about. Not Gavin Lawhon, but it was Jackson Taylor.
They were saying he fumbled through the end zone again.
Oh, yeah. No, Alex Johnson, 24, not 23. Alex Johnson was saying that the ball came out, but they mark it on the 1. Carthage has gotten some breaks tonight. And they're up to the line again already. Trying to come all the way back from a 21-0 deficit. That was easy. The line just opened up a huge hole for Carthage. And Browning scores, and they are an extra point away from tying this game up. Tigers were so in control early, but Carthage has made adjustments, and they have stormed all the way back, and they're just about to tie it up here.
Some of it was that long pass was not getting any pressure on the QB. If you just let the QB just stand back there and just survey the whole field for that long, you're bound to make a good pass.
We talked about that before the game. They were going to have to pressure the quarterback. They didn't do it that time, and it results in a touchdown. The extra point ties it, and with 8:48 left to go, we're starting over. Carthage has got to be feeling pretty good after trailing 21-0. The Tigers will try to respond when we come back after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
It's important that there be a place that preserves and recognizes the history.
I think you come in here and you look at all these trophies. It shows you that there's been excellence in this community for generations. It's important for a community like Republic to have that.
Today is the day. Let's build a lasting home for telling Republic's most important stories. As a community whose past, present, and future we can all celebrate together.
Well, let's see what Republic does here. They've certainly been in these pressure situations before over the last couple of seasons, and it's getting down to crunch time here. 8:48 left. They haven't scored since the first half. And Carthage has scored 21 unanswered points. Line drive kick taken by Coleman at the 10. He's to the 20, to the 25, fights his way ahead to the 26-yard line. And I'm curious to see what Republic does here. The defense for Carthage has been rock solid since the first couple of drives.
You're right. I think that coach is going to have to maybe call a few different plays, maybe that they haven't done yet. Try to catch Carthage defense off guard a little bit. I still like the play action. They're still expecting some run plays. Make them bite on the run and pass it over the top.
And they've been so good at getting into the backfield, and there is a play action. They roll to the right. Villasika catches it, wrestled down, but a gain of about 6. And that's a start. That's the kind of yardage they need. They like to get it on the run, but if they can do it by the pass on first down, they'll take it.
And I like putting McCracken out on the boot, too. So if he doesn't have a receiver open, then he can just take off running.
Yep. 2nd and 4. Player in motion. They give it to Hull, who struggles ahead across the first down marker. That's going to be a first down. You know, Republic, if they can move the ball in their traditional Republic fashion on this drive, the timing's going to work out pretty well.
Oh, yeah. They'll eat up most of the clock there and get themselves in the red zone. Those two plays right there is more like what we're used to seeing Republic do.
Yeah. 1st and 10. And they give it to Hull again, who pushes his way ahead for about 6. No, maybe 5 on first down. Good game on first down for Isaiah Hull.
And that's what Republic's offense is used to seeing right there, is it being 6 and 5, 6 and 4, or sorry, 2nd and 4.
McCracken keeps it, and he's got room. He's into the secondary, and he may try to outrace the defense. The 30, 20, 10, and out of bounds at the 10-yard line. And there's a long run by McCracken that we haven't seen since early. And that time, he just faked, stepped, and then went. And there was a lot of room there. They overcommitted.
Yeah, how many times have we seen that by McCracken, that he goes inside and then bounces it out to the numbers because there's nobody out there?
Yeah, I think that the defense thought he was going to follow the backs, as he usually does. But instead of following the backs, he stepped back the other way, and the Tigers with a chance to retake the lead here with 7:13 left. And Hull skips over a couple of men down inside the 5. Boy, he is hanging on to that ball with both arms after the fumble at Webb City. And 7 minutes left.
Yeah, that's what you tell all your ball carriers, whether it's a QB or running back, fullback, or receiver. Once that ball is in your hands, you better make sure that every part of that ball is secured to your chest or your side, so no defender can come in and pop it out at the last second.
Schaefer and Claire sprint off the field. They're bunched in there tight. McCracken will keep it right through the middle. He lunges to the end zone. Touchdown! Republic, 6:32 left. And the Tigers answer after Carthage had scored 21 straight.
And that's the Republic offense that we've come to see so many times there, just getting positive yardage on every single play.
I mean, Carthage had all the momentum, and Republic just ran it down their throat. What a response by this Republic offense. I can't wait to ask what adjustments they made on that drive. And again, I mentioned it earlier, I think these are the two best coaching staffs on Friday night in the COC, and they have been playing a chess game tonight, and Republic has regained a 7-point lead, 28-21. Now what do they do on defense as Carthage gets the ball back? We'll find out after this on Republic Tiger Sports.
Since 2014, Republic Animal Hospital has been caring for pets with the personal touch you'd expect from a hometown clinic.
You know people are friendly here. I think there's still those small town values here, and I like being part of the community.
From dogs and cats to pocket pets, Dr. Ferguson and her team provide compassionate care in a comfortable, expanded facility designed for both pets and their people. Republic Animal Hospital, caring for your pets because they're family.
Well, welcome back. Producer-director Robbie Onside Kick Jansen is calling for the onside kick again. And his reasoning is that they haven't gotten any stops on defense lately, so let's see if we can steal that possession. I could see Ryan Cornelson doing it. I wouldn't be shocked at any point. 6.5 left. Nope, he's going to kick it deep. And he's going to kick it into the end zone so they can't return it after the long one earlier set up the Carthage touchdown. So 6.5 left. Carthage this time will have to drive the length of the field, starting on the 20-yard line. And this is as good a game as you would expect from two top 5 teams. And
well, your question was, what is the defense going to have to do? Definitely get pressure on the QB. You cannot allow him to just sit back there on pass plays and just look at all of his receivers.
Oh, did they move early? I guess not. Now Lashley came off and got the hit. Lashley slid off a block, and he got Landon West. And that's a good start to the drive for the Republic defense. 6:19 left.
Yeah, they're playing aggressive. They got some stunts coming in. When you've got, more guys than the offensive line can block, it makes it difficult.
Lashley just saw the runner West coming and stepped over there and brought him down. Under 6 left. 2nd down and 9. And a good gain that time by West out near the 1st down marker. They're going to mark it, I think, on the 30 and say that's a 1st down. Carthage is getting the benefit of the spots tonight, for sure. That one, he slid, and they just happened to put the ball right on the nose of the ball's right on the 30.
They've done that several times tonight where they end up sliding, not where their knee touches.
1st and 10, and a keeper. And he paid the price as Lashley came in and hit him, but he picked up 5 on 1st down, down to 5:12 left. So many times over the last 2 or 3 seasons, it's come down to the defense needing to make a stop, and the defense has done it over and over again. Do they have another stop in them tonight? Second and 5. And they got in there. Govan on the blitz was there to shut it down as they gave it to Landon West.
I love the aggressiveness there. Coach calling in a blitz, Govan flying in, and a good offensive line sees the blitz and still picks up the blitz. They weren't able to do that. Govan anticipated the snap, timed it just perfect, and he was in the backfield before anybody realized that he was back there.
Nearing the 4-minute mark, and it's 3rd down and 6 now after the big stop by Kieran Govan. This Carthage crowd is a little bit nervous, not making a ton of noise. They give it to West. He's bottled. No, they threw it. It was play action, and a big hit and a catch. And here comes a flag late. And let's watch it again. I don't know if they're going to say they hit him high or if they're just going to say it was pass interference. Now, it was a regular hit. I didn't see the signal. Did they call?
Yeah, it was there. They
call a personal foul.
Called a personal foul.
Yeah, watch it again. Let's watch that again. It was a hard hit, but there was nothing dirty about it. And that's a big break for Carthage. I mean, he hit him right in the chest. Hit him right in the chest, and that's 15 yards for Carthage with 3:51 left. And the flags came in from the backside of the play. So the ball on the 32-yard line now for Carthage. Well, the defense has got its back against the wall, but like I said, we've seen it before. Carthage taking its time. They're in no hurry to score here, especially after the penalty. They've got time, but they need a touchdown. And it'll be interesting if they do get a touchdown to see what they do. They're going to throw it here. Under pressure, they put it up, and it's almost picked off, but it's caught. Montiel got turned around, and West came around and caught it. West was covered, and he was there.
I think a flag should have been thrown. You go back, you got the receiver that was closest to us. He's moving. He's like rocking when the ball is being snapped. You got to make sure everybody's set.
So under 3 minutes left, and now it's 1st and goal for Carthage. And down inside the 5, Browning takes it to about the 3. Rich, if they score, you think they'll go for 2?
I don't know. It's one of those where it's so difficult to make. I can easily say either one up here versus the head coach. It looked like that an offensive lineman move.
And into the end zone goes Browning with 2:17 left. And now now it will be a time for a decision. And it looks like Republic's defense uncharacteristically is gassed here at the end of the game. They have been out there a long time tonight. And Carthage went right at them.
I think with 2 minutes, with this much time, you have to go for the extra point.
Yeah, they are. They're going to try and tie it. At least that's how they're lining up. So on a couple of occasions tonight. And there they go across, and now what do? Lashley came across, and because of that, we may see a 2-point conversion. And you can hear the Carthage crowd chanting 2.
Yeah, they're going for 2. The kicker's coming off.
Well, the aggressiveness of Nolan Lashley is fun, and it also sometimes a little too aggressive, and he was in that case. The defense will try to get the stop. Well, we'll find out a lot here.
Wow.
What a play. Timeout.
Yeah,
called by Carthage. Oh, no, called by Republic. He pointed the other way. 2:17 left, and Carthage is going to go for 2 and try to take the lead after trailing by 21 points.
Man, if this doesn't get your heart going, then you might want to check yourself there. This is this would be totally different going for 2 if it was in a different part of the game, but with just over 2 minutes left.
I think you're right, though. Now, with the ball now on the 1-yard line,
right.
I think I probably would take the 2. I
would
think that was what I would have done, is kicked it if it had been a regular extra point.
Now, if it was Republic, I would say yes, because you've got Hall and McCracken.
Yeah.
Can easily get that. Not so much with Carthage. So,
well, how many times have we seen? We saw it at Lebanon for a district championship a couple of years ago.
Right.
We saw it against Webb City in that state semifinal.
And this play could determine the game right here.
2:17 left. Carthage going for 2. Out of the shotgun, Browning. He keeps it, and he's hit! He's hit and stopped! The Tiger defense did it again! How many times have we seen it? And they do it again.
What kind of a play call is that? That's not a very good play call.
He hesitated.
He hesitated.
When the ball, go. If you're the QB, you can't just stop.
I think.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know that it's the call as much as he just sort of saw the breakdown.
I think it's the call as well.
Well, either way,
QB keep on 2-point conversion and the shotgun.
Well, now we are going to see an onside kick. I guarantee it. Robbie Jansen is the happiest man in the press row.
Well, they had been running to the right side successfully the second half. He went left this time. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's not a very good call. That was not a good play call.
Sometimes you can outsmart yourself. You think something's been working, so, of course, they're going to adjust to it if we do the opposite thing. And, maybe that's what happened there. Hard to say. Well, I said it was a chess match earlier, and Tigers are hoping they can recover this onside kick and then get a first down and call it checkmate. Everybody is lined up over here on the near side. And I think Republic is going to call a timeout. I don't know who called a timeout. I don't know if it was a timeout. No, but now that everybody's going back on the field. I think they just were trying to make sure everybody was lined up properly. So Carthage has its guys 5 yards back so they can get a running start. And a high kick, and it's taken a high bounce right at Greg Hicks, and he snagged it, and they recover it. Oh, my goodness. Huge play by Greg Hick. That was not easy. I mean, that came straight up at his helmet, and if you don't get your hands in front, it's going to hit your pads and bounce off.
It was a bullet.
Yeah. So Republic is this close to holding on after building a big lead, losing it, and then they went down and scored. Then they got the stop on the 2-point conversion. And let's see what happens here. McCracken, the keeper, he's hit and dropped. Gain of about 1. And a timeout called by Carthage to stop the clock with 2:14 left. That is how many timeouts? I don't see that on their scoreboard.
Yeah, that's their second.
So they've got 1 left after this. And the keeper by McCracken did not pick up the kind of yards Republic wanted. I don't know that I try anything fancy. At this point, do you even throw it?
No, don't throw it. No fancies.
Yeah, because you don't want to stop the clock if it's incomplete.
You just keep doing the same run plays that have gotten you to this position.
No fancies.
No fancies.
No fancies.
I think we should.
I'm going to give if my wife is listening, I'm going to give credit to Mary Miles because that's what she says. She says no fancies.
Yeah, put the fancies playbook. Put it aside.
We should get Republic. I mean, the team should have no fancy. That should be their T-shirts, like their pregame warm-up shirts. No fancy. All right, 2nd and 9, and no fancies. They gave it to Hull. He struggles ahead for a gain of about 2. It'll force Carthage to call another timeout, but not a huge gain. It's going to be 3rd down and long for the Tigers. So if they run another play with 2:10 left. And then they let the clock run down. That'll take it down to about 1.5 minutes. They can punt it away.
Plenty of time for
let's just
Carthage team.
I prefer get the first down is what I'm thinking, right?
I think that's the better play here, yes.
Yeah. That's speaking. I never coached, but I'm calling it. Get the first down. We've got the Republic coaches here next to us in the booth. And they were applauding loudly after the 2-point stop, and they'll be pretty loud too. Boy, Govan's wide open over there if you just step back and throw it to him. I think you take the snap, you throw it to Govan, and you let him go. They're 8 yards off of him. Player in motion, they're going to call a timeout. And with 2:10 remaining, they'll figure out what they're going to do based on what Carthage was showing. I'll tell you what, I need a break. I'm going to take a break, and we'll be back to watch the ending of this one after this timeout on Republic Tiger Sports.
High Street Pharmacy, this is Kim. May I help you?
Feeling rough. We've got the stuff. Hines Street Pharmacy, care you trust. Friendly faces, crisis needs. Feel better right down Hines Street.
All right, 3rd down at 7. They've brought the defensive back up a little closer to Govan. He was about 8 yards back. Now he's only about 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Huge play. 3rd and long. He rolls, and he slips down, and he's on the 50-yard line. It's going to be 4th down. Republic's going to punt it away. The clock will tick down to about 1.5 minutes left.
But what's going for Republic right now is obviously the clock, and Carthage doesn't have any more timeouts.
Yeah. So they'll have to go, hopefully, the length of the field if everything goes well here. Republic doesn't need to rush anything. I mean, they can take the 5-yard penalty. It won't really hurt anything. Peary back to kick it away. And time runs out. They do take the delay of game penalty. And like I said, in the scheme of things, the 5 yards is not as big a deal as making sure you've got everybody set. Down to 1:23 left. And did Republic call another timeout, or are they just going over? Yeah, they're just going over. Well, this is just about what we thought it might be. Maybe unfolded differently, but this is a whale of a football game. I almost said a basketball game. What happened? I don't know. Here we go. The snap is good. The kick is away, and it's a good one. Taken at about the 15-yard line and bobbled and down. They got down and covered it as it was dropped by Tate Nichols, and that's a great break for the Tigers with 1:19 left.
Yeah, great break is just the fact that he's not able to get any yardage down the field. Yep. He's now concentrating and a little frazzled there.
And great punt by Peary.
Oh, great punt.
He made him go chase it.
Yeah, didn't kick it to him, kicked it at an angle.
Ball on the 16-yard line. They've spread it out, and they are obviously planning to throw it in this situation. Browning looks over, gets the signal. Looks to his left, under pressure, hit and sacked. 2 guys were there. It was Grayson Hart and Ethan Montiel who got to him, and the clock will run. They've got to hurry.
What I like is being aggressive. Don't do prevent defense. Get after the QB.
2nd down and 15. Again, Montiel is putting pressure on him. The pass is caught, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Clock continues to run, though. He's in bounds. They got to move the chains, and then they'll reset the clock or rerun the clock down to 50. More pressure. The throw over here in the flat. A lot of running room. He'll be able to get out of bounds around the 50-yard line. 37 seconds left, and they're getting close to being in field goal range with maybe another 30 yards, depending on what their kicker is able to do. But they don't have to get a touchdown here. Down only by 1. Tigers got pressure on the first play of the drive and haven't since. He got it away again. It's caught, and they slipped the tackle up the sideline out of bounds. Lawhon got on top of him and couldn't bring him down, and with 29 seconds left, the ball...
There's a flag, though. I think this is coming back.
Illegal motion or illegal shift.
And that is a huge call right there.
The coaches next to us were pointing that out vociferously when it happened. So it comes back, 29 seconds left. It's 1st and 15.
You got bunch formation over here.
They have not thrown away from that all night. And they're looking that direction again. Hart gets there, and I think he hit it.
Yeah, he hit him just as he threw it. Good job. I love the aggressiveness. Where's the flag at?
Might be a hold again based on where they're talking. Well, they're calling it. They're pointing at the defense. Now they're going to come in and have a conference. I wonder if the thought is whether the pass was deflected or if the pass had left the hand of the quarterback. Why do you need to talk to the official over here? I'm going to talk to Ryan Cornelson over on the far side.
There's no penalty for pass interference for the offense as the ball was tipped.
Yep, ball was tipped, and so they wave off the flag. And so with 25 seconds left, it's 2nd down and 15 for Carthage. It's a little too close for comfort, gentlemen. similar formation here. Again, Hart rushes. They cleared him. They throw it deep, and it is caught. No, it's intercepted by Go. No, they call him down. Oh, my goodness. Let's watch it again. Govan came away with it, but they're going to say it was caught by Carthage.
Oh, now a flag is thrown.
Let's take a look. Govan came away with it. Govan's got the ball. That is, Govan came out with the ball. That would be something.
Yeah, and now you've got a penalty.
Well,
unsportsmanlike conduct, I'm
yeah,
assuming.
Probably. I thought maybe he was down.
So they call simultaneous catch is what the referee's final call was.
So now the ball on the 46-yard line. And Carthage definitely in field goal range here with 17 seconds left. A keeper for Browning. And he is wrestled down. And now they've got to get the playoff.
They don't get it off.
Oh, 1 second left. 1 second left. They spiked the ball. Republic is curious about that. Let's watch that again. Now, again, our clock is not synced perfectly. Okay, well, they're going to kick it here because they got no timeouts. So,
wow, that was awfully close.
1 second left. And the kick is good, and Carthage wins it. Well, a little assist there as Carthage gets the win, 30-28. And they came back from 21-0 down. Gavin Lawhon and the other Tigers are upset, and they are going to be loaded for bear if they meet Carthage again in the playoffs. Carthage sneaks away with a 30-28 win. We'll take a break and be back with more after this to wrap it up on Republic Tiger Sports.
Since 24, running out of space? Keystone Storage on North Main and Republic keeps your valuables safe with fenced, gated access and 24-hour cameras. Rent a unit at our 24/7 kiosk or sign up online today. Next to Sweeney Elementary, KeystoneStorageMo.com.
Welcome back. Carthage wins it 30-28 on a field goal on the last play of the game after a couple of controversial calls set them up, and they barely got that ball snapped with 1 second left, and they end up winning it 30-28 after falling behind 21-0 in the first half. Credit Carthage, Rich, with not putting its head down and fighting back.
Yeah, they came back 21-0, and you hate, no matter who wins, you hate to see the game come down to a controversial call that sets up a field goal, but that's just how this game ended this evening. So, as you'd said, there's a really good chance that we will probably see them in district play.
That'll put them in first place and have them set up as the 1 seed. And Republic will have to recover and play Neosho next week. Tigers built a big lead, couldn't hold on, and Carthage wins it on the final play of the game, 30-28. That's going to do it from Carthage. For Rich Miles, Tim Barnes, Jenny Rackley, Robbie Jansen, Steve Rackley, and Caden Sumter. We'll try to recover next week. 30-28 the final from Carthage. Thanks for watching Tiger Football on Republic Tiger Sports.